Heard a lot about the strength of the leadership at Colony Lambda. Care to comment, Tyon? Of course, Commander Isard has collected the cream of the crop under his command. One of Lambda's biggest achievements was the strategy of constantly shifting formation to befuddle and demoralize the opponents. That sure takes some skills. Formations that maintain cohesion while changing form under precise orders. They were said to be virtually unmatched when it came to large-scale engagements. Sounds like a far cry from Colony 9, huh? To be fair, we mostly worked in small detachments. I don't remember ever seeing maneuvers on that scale. Wonder how it would have gone if Colony 9 went up against Lambda. I'm guessing it would have been a bad day out. It's one way to say massacre. Another way to run a simulation. Colony Lambda is putting up a strong defense. Colony 9 tires themselves out on the assault and is encircled by Colony Lambda's forces. Once clustered and immobilized, Colony 9 troops are fired upon by autolevs. All Colony 9 troops are cut down on the spot. Another victory for Commander Isard. Mate, I think I'm detecting a bit of a bias there. Seems like a bloke named Varen's working on some kind of prototype. Yeah, and everyone's hoping it'll help boost Lambda's defense. Wonder what it could be. Surely not a new type of autolev. Why don't we just nip along and have a gander? We've gotta have some stake in this, right? Yeah, I'd say so. Lambda's defense concerns us too. Have you come to have a nose around at this as well? What are you talking about? So you didn't come to look at the sensor I've developed? What does it do exactly? Reacts to enemy signatures. This little thing's indispensable for putting up on a nice show of defense power without having to rely on autolevs. Enables you to spot enemies without expending manpower. Very clever. I really want to get them installed all over the place. I don't suppose you'd be up for helping. Us? Are you sure we can touch them? You won't think we're enemies? No need to worry on that front. They can tell the difference. So it's a bit like Kitty's autolev, yeah? Yeah, go on then. We'll help you out. Great. So the first installation needs doing on Old Cliffside Way, shall we? There aren't actually many roads between Colony Lambda and Macther Wildwood. Which means that if we don't get people out here in the event of an attack, we're in trouble. Yes, you need to fortify this point. If anything were to come through here, you'd have a problem. Right, so let's install one of the sensors around here. No sign of any enemies right now. Let's move on to the next. Next port of call is the Orion Tunnels. This looks like another place enemy soldiers would like. Installing it right inside the tunnels might not be the best idea. Agreed, it would be more beneficial here where Lambda could reach it at a moment's notice. Around here, yeah. And that's all in place. Is there anywhere else you'd want to put one? Let me see. Hold up, isn't there a waterway around here? There is, but why? It's just that we came out from over there, so what's to stop your enemies from doing the same? Yeah, good point. Let's go and put one up over there too, then. Alright. Here? Yeah, here should be okay. If they come via the waterways, it's better to focus on the shoals rather than where the water is deep. In which case, this looks like a suitable place. There are autolevs nearby too. Yes, this seems like a no-brainer. And lo, our tactician has spoken. What? Surely this is blindingly obvious. Then it's decided. Here shall go. And that's all of them. Now you just need to keep an eye on them regularly. Right, Colony Lambda has invested so much in its defense that... Huh? Got a message that's coming in. Getting attacked from the first area, probably. Yeah, I hear you. And that's on the Old Cliffside Way? What's happened? Just a little wrinkle. They want me up at the Old Cliffside Way. Is the sensor okay? Oh, sure. That's what I'm hoping to find out. We'll go with you. We've come this far already. Glad to hear it. Sarge? Did you install this? Yeah? I'm sure you're aware, but Sergeant Tanya heads an assault troop. They're the best of the best. cannot put these things up without the requisite approval from the top. I'm sorry about this, but you're going to have to take them all down. Oh, what? You engineers are always disrupting the system because you just go ahead and do what you please without ever asking. You don't get to get special treatment, you hear? All requests must be made through the proper channels. Well, perhaps. What, you're just gonna back down? You're gonna let her talk to you like that? She's a stickler for the rules, and she doesn't get on with engineers because we work outside those rules. She won't listen to me, no matter what I say. But someday Lambda might be glad to have these sensors. Oi, they're useful, I fully agree, and that's exactly why you need to get the proper approvals. Hey now, hold on a minute, Tonya. Captain, is there something I can do for you? Captain Rosh supervises the troops. Sergeant Tanya reports to him. The request just came in from the engineers. You weren't around, so I proved it in your place. If that's your decision, then of course, I shan't be the one to gainsay. Just trying to make your life easier. Your love of the job is admirable. Being too rigid is a problem of its own. Captain, you're too soft. If you can't keep the soldiers disciplined, then... My word is final. Anyway, everyone's ticked the right boxes and got the right stamps, so we can all go home. Thanks for all that, Captain. Captain, I'm not done yet. I ask that you stay behind. Oof, I think you're taking this a touch too seriously.
I see an ether channel. Look at this. Let's see if we can't get some use out of it.
Yeah, might as well. We're a little low. Mostly because we filled up 2 whole things at once. Sorry about all that. Didn't mean to get you caught up in it as well. If the captain hadn't come along at just that moment, the whole project would have been torn down. That's what happens when you don't get your forms in on time. Even things that the colony needs have to go through the proper channels, eh? Colony Lambda's ability to enforce order through its regulations has always been one of its strong points. Somewhere along the way, it became bogged down in nihilist protocols. I mean, I get why they'd have this approval system. Makes it easy to know who's responsible for what. Sort of leadership can even stand against silver colonies in wartime. But now that they've been released from any need to fight, those regulations have become shackles, confusing everyone. Colony Lambda is standing at a crossroads right now. Should they change or not? They say Colony Lambda's been raking in the ether lately. Yeah, some bloke called Koji's meant to be behind it all. He seems to have pressured the commander personally, which sounds like Koji. I've always had some ether, I thought. They mined it, didn't they? They're saying that there's a huge amounts of it now. It takes some skill to produce such results in that length of time. Accomplishing something like that in Colony Lambda, it's no small feat. There's so many colonies that never have enough ether, and here's Colony Lambda sitting on a hoard of it. They're saying they have too much, even. Can't they share some with the other colonies? Yeah, what's stopping them? How about we ask them ourselves? Curious too. Let's find out. Hey, what can I do for you? We heard you're doing well for ether at the moment. Do you have any ideas how you're going to use it? Ah, you want to know? Yeah, we're sitting on more ether than we can collect. The work's been going better than we could ever have imagined since we perfected the ether probe. That must have greatly improved the efficiency of your mining operations. Me and Varen are the minds behind it. We wanted a more efficient way to find ether channels. Not bad. It's done wonders for our ether stocks, but yeah, lately it's a bit excessive. What a problem to have, right? Oh no, we have too much ether. How awful. If we got too much, why not use it? Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Share it freely or donate to... I would say the ones in need would be more sensible. Not sure we can just give it away for free. I made a similar suggestion, but the surgeon shot it right down. She's not cruel, but she's very by the book, shall we say. Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? You said you don't want to just... Whoever wants it most, they're going to give you money back for it, I guess. Unless we get some kind of compensation, never get Tolgrim on board, not to mention captains. We can hammer out more concrete criteria and narrow down the possible recipient colonies, and maybe... Really can't just be sitting on this ether supply like you said. It's a difficult problem, certainly. How about narrowing it down to a nearby colony? Colony 30 has been having some issues with ether. I think they've solved that already, though. I don't know if necessarily Colony Tau needs a lot of ether. They seem to get by pretty well on their own. Colony 4 is probably the least defended colony. Or one of them. Because they're sitting there in the middle of the desert. I don't know. Just say Colony 4. They don't have... Yeah. What kind of colony is Colony 4? Don't know much about them myself. Does it seem like the kind of colony that can make a fair trade for ether? How about narrowing it down to nearby colony? Oh. I guess Colony Tau is in the same region. Don't get anything out of trading with them, no good. Fine. Colony 30. Oh, they could probably pay us back for ether and Levnis Tech. I guess they are kind of cooperating back and forth with this, then. Man, mate, you're never going to shift that ether at this rate. You need solid justifications if you want to get approval and convince the top brass to back you up. If it's not a colony like 30 which can pay us back in kind, we're just not going to get the okay. What an utter faff. I agree. Ideally, I'd like to be able to distribute it more widely. But that's not really my job. Without any other bright ideas, I think we'll have to settle for this one. Yeah, I'm the same way. If you can get your ether's worth, they'll agree to the plan, yes? What are you thinking? Sell it through Nopon? That's... I don't know if that would... What do they say with this one? There's only one way to ensure that you get a fair price and avoid... Oh, you mean not just individual Nopon, you mean the trader Nopon caravans. To ensure you get a fair price and avoid incurring an extra work on your side. And that is... Nopon who travel with the caravans. You sail through them. There's always demand for ether. Trading in it should net plenty of profit. And you have the added benefit of utilizing Nopon trade routes. Colonies suffering from ether shortages are sure to be somewhere on their itinerary. Oh yeah. Talk to the Nopon. I'm sure they'll be happy to buy from you. Don't have any trouble selling it. It's a great idea. We should do that. This way Lambda gets to sell its ether, and ether-starved colonies get to buy it from Nopon. But you're going to need to get some kind of approval for it, aren't you? Yeah, I'll put the request in. Well, just like that. It's better to get the ball rolling straight away. First, we have to open talks with the Nopon, the merchants preferably. We can take care of that if you want. Would you? Of course, no trouble. There's a Nopon trader near the entrance of the colony. Thanks for this.
Huh. Would you believe it?
What's going on? Why everyone all together? There's something we'd like you to consider purchasing. Meh? And what's that? Colony Lambda's surplus ether. Specifically, we'd like you to buy the ether Colony Lambda can't use and sell it to other colonies. Intriguing. Ether supply of Colony Lambda very ample. But a decision of Zoka. So you ask to Zoka. Zoka setting accounts in area at moment. Zoka be around ruins of Cebu on Urian Trail. She decide whether purchase is go-go or no-go. Okay, we're asked. Welcome, welcome. Is something you want? No, we'd like to discuss a possible business deal with you. Zoka much happy to talk business deal. So what friends bring for Zoka to sell? The deal concerns Colony Lambda's ether. Zoka see now. We'd like you to take it as far as possible to as many other colonies as possible. That okay with friends? Sale price may be higher if friends keep ether to yourselves. A lot of colonies are in need, so we'd like to entrust it to your best caravan. Ah, Zoka get gisted now. It's true that Zoka network of associates spread to many colony. Is that much work if friends only want to sell ether? Much appreciated. Now as to specifics. Zoka leave details and price naming to speci friend. Are you sure that's fair? Zoka happy to buy at asking price of friends. Zoka love nothing more in world than to sell ether. If you're okay with that, then we'd be very grateful. It's the most funnest thing for Zoka to sell ether in many places. We're in your debt, Koji will be able to discuss the finer details of the deal with you. Okay, Zoka go later then. We'll go and report back then. Did he manage to talk to them? It looks like Zoka's all for it. Great news, thanks. I'm always amazed at how quickly the Nopon caravans can make decisions. Considering we had to trudge all that way to speak to their boss, wasn't all that quick, really. No, that's still faster than anything gets done in Colony Lambda. We're not at war anymore. We need to take care of our allies from now on. We can't keep doing things this way. Yeah, I don't know. Lambda has to change, and that time, too, is rapidly approaching. Living like this, tangled up in rules and bureaucracy, is not sustainable. One thing at a time, Koji. Yeah, sorry. Thanks anyway. I'll get the ether sorted out as fast as I can.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Looking at Colony Lambda now, wouldn't you agree that it's recovered some of its spirit?
Definitely. The atmosphere feels different to how things were, even a little while ago.
Perhaps the change isn't a vast one, but something is indeed different. If we hadn't met you, perhaps this change wouldn't have taken place. We'd have retreated into our shells.
All we did was give things a little push. I'm sure you'd have managed this by yourself, is it?
You're most kind. Either way, that doesn't change the heap of problems I'm facing. They need fixing, but I can only manage a few at a time.
It's not good if you push yourself too hard, Commander. Getting some rest is important too.
Rest? Not sure how I'd go about getting some rest. The way things are here, I always end up busy, almost without intending to.
I suppose as long as you're at your home colony, things just turn out that way, huh?
And you know, we ain't exactly experts in the art of taking a load off.
That reminds me.
Do you have an idea, Tyon?
Well, this could turn out to be nothing. But earlier, I heard a Nopon merchant talking about something called a natural spa.
A spa?
Supposedly it's in a remote place, not easily reachable by people.
What's remoteness got to do with getting poor Izzard here to relax?
The Nopon also said it contained lots of nutrients, stimulated metabolism, promoted blood circulation.
So you're saying if we get our hands on this spa, then even Izzard could get some rest? He'll be able to recover, basically?
Like I said before, the information is questionable. It's only something I heard in passing.
Tyon.
Commander, I'm sorry, I know it's hardly a credible source.
I think I like the sound of this.
Huh?
Now, I say we go out and we find this spa thing.
I'm not really one to talk, but I didn't think you'd be so into this.
Well, I have a passing interest in things of that ilk. But, I don't want to keep you from your journey.
Nah, don't you worry about that. More importantly, how do we go about finding this thing?
Why don't we ask somebody in the city?
Right, better than just us racking our brains about it.
My thanks, all of you.
Just leave it to us, Commander. We'll give this our undivided attention.
I'd like to ask you something. Oh dear, yes? Do you know of something called a natural spa? Never thought I'd hear anyone ask about those ever again. Oh, do you know something? Why yes, of course. People used to talk about spas until the Armus came home. A place where you could heal your wounds, warm your spirit, and strengthen bonds with your fellow man. Whoa, they did all that? I've never been to one, you see. In fact, they say they all dried up decades ago. Don't they exist anymore? Not something you'd find just anywhere, and not many here in the city know about them. But there's someone who might? There is. I think if there's anyone who could tell you, it's him. He's called... Give me a minute. I'm counting on you, love. If we don't find it, Izzard here is going to shrivel and die from stress. Come now, it's really not that severe. Well, it's the man people call the Trivia King. He's got to know what you need. Brilliant, thank you. careful not to run or get too close to some of these other quests. Not here for those at the moment. We'll get there eventually, though. Could we have a moment of your time? What's wrong? There's an emergency? We want something called a natural spa. We're hoping you might know where we can get one. Haha, so you want a spa, do you? Do you know something? Sorry. Just I hadn't heard anyone talk about that one in a good while. It's quite a quaint pastime, and no mistake. But you know, spa isn't something you can just have. It's a pastime? You mean like a hobby? Long ago, people used to go to great lengths looking for natural spas. Soldiers tired from war would heal their wounds with their help, then come out ready to fight again. I guess you'd say a spa is something you immerse in. It warms your core and soon enough you're better, so our records say. The more we hear about this, the stranger it sounds. You soak your body and it heals? Right, but I'm sorry to say, over however many decades, they've all but disappeared. They can disappear. Yep, you can go looking for one, but I wouldn't hold out too much hope if I were you. This has been a great help. Thank you kindly. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to ask you a question. Yeah? What's that? We're looking for something called a natural spa. Natural spa, eh? Never seen such bounties of nature with my own eyes, I'm sorry to say. Bounties of nature? What, don't you even know that? I guess you younglings only know what you know. If you ask around among folks my age, you should find someone who can tell you all about them. In fact, someone I knew once used to go searching for spas, but they're in exclusive spots never to be found. Spots like... well, you'd hear about them being in a forest or under a cliff or deep in some cave, but nobody could ever find them. I see. Hang on, maybe the old man's been to one. No, maybe he's dead. Don't see him around these days. Might be dead. Okay then, thanks. Sorry to bother you. Sorry I couldn't be more help. No, you've helped a lot. Let's go.
The more I hear about these natural spas, the more curious I become.
So, what do we know about natural spas? To summarize, hardly much of anything except that they can heal and restore you. We didn't get the most concrete info, huh? Nobody's even been to one. Look at this poor Claude. Izzard's so haggard I think we're gonna lose him. Just how do I look to you? One thing's for sure, we're not gonna find one with what we've got so far. Got no clue where one actually could be. Like in a forest under a cliff? Yeah, realistically we can't just blindly search everywhere. But it does sound kinda cool, right? Just soaking your body and somehow healing. Yeah, but soaking in what? Sounds a lot like a bath. Can't just be a bath, right? From the way they talked, I thought the same, but I've never been in a bath that healed my wounds. Maybe it's a question of using this right soap? Sir, I hate to think we wasted your time, but we can't come up with any more results. I'm grateful for your concern, but honestly I've been enjoying myself. We might not find anything, after all our searching, but there's just something in all this talk. Just hearing that gave my heart a much-needed jolt, though that might not be the best way to put it. No, I think you have it right. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't care what happens, or I said I didn't care what happens. Let's keep searching for a little bit longer. Let's go ask the bloke that people said would know about this whole spa business. What, that Trivia King guy? Or the supposedly dead guy? The report of his death could still turn out to have been a mite exaggeration. We don't know whether Trivia King and this dead or not guy are the same person, but it's worth finding out. I know I've said it before, but I've certainly saddled you with a tough task. Enough of that. We're giving you your spirit a lift and all that. Once we find this natural spa, we'll chuck you right in it. Then you'd better really find it. Okay, here we go. Staircase from the outside of this building, and then No? This... I can't just jump that. How am I supposed to get up here? Oh, there's a ladder right here. That's what it was. Okay, I made my way up to you.
Excuse me, kind sir.
What? A bunch of hoodlums? Trying to gang up on an old man, eh?
No, sir. We are searching for a natural spa.
What did you say?
Oh, we're searching...
If it's spas you're asking about, I'm who you need to be talking to.
We are talking to you, mate.
Well then. So you're the kids going around making noise about spas. You think talking to me is the way to get at all my secrets? You might be whippersnappers, but I can respect that kind of grit.
You think he actually knows anything?
I'm wondering.
We heard that there was someone who knew much about spas, but that he had passed away.
What did that old codger tell you? I ain't dying anytime soon.
Mind telling us about the spas, then?
When I was young, I used to go around them all, and a lot. There were about 4 of them. The one I liked the most was the Nordal Natural Spa. At the time, my back was killing me, but one dip, and it was healed. Amazing! The odd thing was, it was just a foot bath. I dipped my feet in, and it healed my back. What genius came up with that, eh? I only ever found 4 natural spas, and I also heard rumors of another secret one. I bet it'd do marvels for one's back.
Mate, we didn't come here to chat about your flipping back.
Hey,
We want to know where we can find a spa. If there's 4 of them, then you can...
no, they're long gone.
What?
Gone?
You say?
Thanks to kids like you with your wars and whatever, they've been blown up, filled in.
Huh?
Natural spas need water that gushes out of the ground. No gush, no spring. You might find something if you start digging, though.
Dig. That's your advice.
Though in times like these, start digging holes and people will think you're crazy.
Well, you certainly turned out to be a font of knowledge. I don't regret this at all.
Don't take it to heart, Tyon. We tried our best. We'll just have to accept the result. We may not have found a natural spa, but the time we spent was still worthwhile.
I suppose, Commander.
You suppose nothing. You should let someone finish when they're talking. There is still the secret spa that I couldn't find. Oh, to be more precise, there might be...
What? Really?
I heard this when I was still young, so it might not be too credible. But the rumor goes that there was one in the Brasser geothermal belt. But I couldn't make it. The place was crawling with monsters, inside and out.
So there is hope after all.
Long time ago, lots of people took refuge there. But not one of them came back. That's how dangerous the place is. So, the spa might be there. It might not. That's why I couldn't recommend the place to you.
There we go then. Hey, is it?
Indeed. It might be there, it might not. The more uncertain it sounds, the more it gets me excited.
Weirdo. What if it turns out to be a massive waste of time?
I never thought I'd get so excited at searching for something unknown.
Soak yourself in the spa the way you're getting now, and you're liable to broil yourself to death.
I'll take care. Thank you kindly.
Oops, nearly forgot to tell you. How to properly use the spa. Pin your ears back and listen.
Alright, off we go to somewhere we've not been, where I already can kind of see it. That was fast. Level 60s, I don't want to get out. This is going to be a little bit dangerous, I think. What level am I? Level 61. Not too bad, at least.
Topographical info updated.
Searing Strand. Oh, it's very colorful out here. And you see the steam coming off from our destination.
So there's a spa here.
Quite a point of interest from the look of things.
Oh, we take damage when we're in here. That's great. I guess the best thing to do would just be to run through it. I could also stand on these for a brief time. But to just get it over with, get as far as we can. No one's attacking us. I thought they would aggro on us much quicker. Which direction should we go? I guess I can go this way first. Maybe we'll loop around. Oh, container. Ooh, if I can get up. There we go.
It'd be rude not to.
Oh, I'm still taking
look at
damage.
that.
That's cool. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to tell which direction I should go. This way is a little bit blocked off. Kind of looks like any direction could work.
Oops, they found us.
Oh boy. Time to just book it. Hope I make it.
Their attention.
Oh, and they de-aggroed right around here. There's a cave. Okay. Might take us up there. Oh,
Better
got
not
the
spill any of
ether.
this.
This cave is very colorful.
Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
There's an
Oh,
unusual
oh.
smell coming from over on the right.
Hey, don't you think there's something off about this place?
Our Ouroboros powers. They're being suppressed.
Are they? That's interesting. There's also like level 90s down there, and it goes off in that direction. Okay. This is the second extremely high level area we've come across.
Got a rare doodah right here.
Almost back to back, even. Uh-oh.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, you guys aren't nearly as strong.
Orders?
I can just fight you.
Me. Thanks for the support.
Make this quick.
Oh, and just more coming down. I'm not gonna try to fight my way through. Or run my way through. I should fight my way through so that I'm not overwhelmed by enemies if I have a dead end or something. Man, I might be able to sneak past you guys as well. But the experience. Most of the CPs actually, but still.
Let's do it.
So good to get from you guys. Oh, Raid Strike has been upgraded. And that's both of them.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't.
Oh, and Tactical Eye has also been upgraded.
I'm the
Could it be that our natural spa is up ahead?
So much to see, huh?
So, this is the spa.
So it is just a great big stonking bath.
Looks can be deceiving. They told us it has special properties, remember?
The humidity is insane. Do you think the water's hot?
Huh? Hold it. Something's here.
Seems we're not the first visitors today.
weapons ready.
Okay, let's take them all down. We don't appear to be having any healing, passive healing being done on them, so it should be fine. And just the last one. I can see why you're the last one. You're tanking all of our hits and it's just taking forever to go down. And there we go.
Those guys, They healed up something crazy.
Was that an effect of the spa's waters?
Does it matter anymore? Now you can just dive right on in.
Huh? But,
Right. Ready, is it?
As promised, time for us to chuck you in.
Hold up! I don't remember making any...
What? What is the meaning of this? Commander, are you okay?
Other than my heart, I believe I'm quite all right. Thank you.
Just like the old man said, if there's nobody there, it's good manners to jump right in.
Even so, that's not...
However, the water is good.
What does it feel like?
The temperature is very pleasant.
So like I've been saying, it's just a bath.
Look, my wounds are closing as we speak.
wow. So what that man was saying, it wasn't entirely wrong, it looks like.
Yes. Now that I'm in here, I don't think I ever want to leave.
Right, my turn then. Oi, what's wrong with you? Everybody get in.
Huh?
My word, I'm healing in places I didn't even know I had. Aren't you coming in? The water's fine.
But I,
I'm coming back to life. Not that I was dead or anything.
Would I have to strip down?
Oh, right. The old man, he did say there's a proper way for getting in the water.
But I mean... right here.
Hey, guys, where's your sense of culture? Get in already. You don't want it getting cold.
It's perfect for healing your wounds after a grueling battle.
but, Commander...
You can be hopeless. Uni, boot him in already, will ya?
Roger that.
Now, wait here a minute, Uni. I never said I was going in! Spark, why did it have to end like this?
Tyon, it's a good experience for you. It wasn't so bad, was it?
Well, now that you ask...
Yeah, taking a dip wasn't bad at all.
Right. All my tiredness is just completely gone.
Did you enjoy your break?
I did. Thanks to you, I feel as if a weight's been lifted from my heart. I believed I was working for the colony, but really I was running myself into the ground.
So it was worth coming here.
It just shows that there's room in any heart to appreciate the finer things. This has given me a lot to think about. At some point, I'll have to bring everyone in the colony here.
If you can make everyone fit. In a space like this, people have to take turns. The lines will get long.
Huh. Then perhaps we need to dig some more holes. We might even discover some new springs.
You're really serious?
Once the fighting ends and people have more free time, then I might give it some serious thought. Digging a few holes shouldn't pose us too much of a challenge. We are miners after all. But wait. If we can discover many more of these spas, we could bring in people from other colonies.
Uh-oh.
Looks like you've caught the spa bug, Izzard.
Times like this are when the Commander shines the brightest.
Bet you're glad we helped him, Tyon.
Yes. I think he's going to be an even greater help to us now.
Shall we be off? Our next objective awaits.
Rank 20. Oh, we all leveled up. That's nice. Let me just get myself some of this ether out here. Oh, there's a lot of ether. Nice. Soon enough, we'll be back at full. Once again. Oh, there's a container out here, too. Oh, it's a knock-on container. So, probably might have some gold coins.
These are lying around everywhere.
Yep. Well, just a single one, but that's fine. Okay, back here at the entrance. I think you guys can tell what I'm about to try. First of all, I could get that body, potentially.
I don't think it's wise to trifle with that opponent.
I know it's grim, but it needs doing.
And might as well see what is back here. Maybe I can sneak past. Nope, no, that was never gonna happen. As long as they don't hit me, I'm gonna be fine. Oh! That was fast. Oh, I managed to sneak past them that time.
It doesn't
Okay.
look like we can interlink in here.
Let's proceed carefully.
That is important to know. Not that I would survive in here anyways. Hello. I'm making it pretty easily down here somehow.
Like this.
And I guess we just keep on going. No unique monsters yet, but they're usually at the end of places like this.
Weapons out,
Okay,
boys!
now
It's
we're on a
do
timer.
or die.
Just keep running. And maybe we'll make it out.
I've gotta keep their attention.
Oh, probably not. You're about to attack, aren't you? Oh, oh. I'm still alive. Emerald font. And they de-aggroed. But now we have to swim. Oh, there's a free container out here, unless some monster jumps down from the ceiling or something.
It's wise to trifle with
Oh, then they did. And they're too slow on their attacks, and I could get away freely. Or safely. Whichever.
Here?
Oh, level 99s. They're getting slightly higher level. And I might be able to sneak past. Oh, but you're gonna be close.
Or else.
Ooh, don't attack me.
Great timing.
Okay, good. Level 98. And level 99s again. Oop, but you guys don't see me. But I need to get past you, so we'll just run past anyways.
I've gotta keep their attention.
Oh, hello guys. This is an arena with what something fancy in the middle. Oh, and we're done. Oh, we're still here. Well then. Oh, that's a whole bunch of bodies in the middle.
fallen soldiers. It would only be right to give them the proper repose.
And some super bosses, I see. And it continues off as well.
I'd better send them off.
So monsters even fight among themselves.
We can't just leave this be.
Oh, and then there's also just straight up level 100s in this area as well. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it past you guys. I'll try, though. Like, you're definitely going to see me, aren't you? No? Okay. And this isn't the way I came in. Looked like it for a second there, but no, this is just to get this container here. And we're back at the entrance, I believe.
This has gotta be worth a bunch. These are lying
There's an
around
up on gold
everywhere.
coin. I'll take that. The Autolevs are key to Lambda's defense. Make sure they're ready to deploy at a moment's notice. I know, Sparks. Chill out a bit. Say, those Autolev majiggers are pretty nifty, eh? Colony Lambda was once defeated by Colony 13, owing to their special tactics. Commander Isard must have been deterred from fighting head-on and requested them from the castle. The autonomous Levnesses, you mean? Yes, historically the colonies performed admirably. They must have contributed to the request being granted. The commander then used the Levnesses and prevailed over Colony 13. And they remained garrisoned at Lambda? If they work without needing a dedicated pilot, that in itself is already a big help. Now for some reason, they're all down in the tunnels. They do have the advantage of safely operating in places which would otherwise be very dangerous for humans. Oh then, massive kudos to whoever came up with that idea. Indeed, I'm sure Commander Isard had figured out this particular usage scenario very quickly. Yeah, well, I gotta say I'd prefer not to have to fight him again. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be much happier if those mutters just stuck to mining rocks.